Hello and welcome back to the channel. Over the past years we got great remasters and remakes of awesome games, but a few of them are still missing. So let's make a wishlist and talk about 5 RPGs that desperately need a remaster or remake. But before we start, what games would you like to see a remaster or remake of? Tell me in the comments. I know this already got a re-release on the 3DS and on mobile, but I still crave to replay this on modern consoles. Dragon Quest VIII is arguably one of the best JRPGs on the PS2, and I have fond memories of playing this as a teenager. I think the story is just great, the characters all lovable and the combat was challenging and engaging, because it required a good strategy. Why does this deserve a remaster? Because I think all of the aspects I mentioned above still hold up today, and remastering it would make it accessible for a wider audience. Because let's be honest, although the PS2 and the 3DS are two of the best selling consoles, it's just way more comfortable to play this on your PS5 or PC. But to make this clear, Square Enix should remaster the 3DS version, since it already got some improvements. Instead of random encounters, the enemies run over the field so you can decide to approach them or not. Also, there are 2 more endgame dungeons and 2 characters that were not available in the PS2 version. So the 3DS version is already a more modern version of the original. So I would only want Square Enix to improve the visuals to make it look like Dragon Quest XI, which is just beautiful. Maybe add some more quality of life features like an option to reset the skill points you invested. And I love when the remaster has an option to switch between the original and the remaster soundtrack. So that'd be great too. I think that's all Dragon Quest VIII really needs, since in my opinion this game aged well gameplay wise and story wise. So come on Square Enix, you know it would sell like crazy. Just get on to it. The next game is Final Fantasy Tactics. There are many rumors about a Final Fantasy Tactics remake, and I hope all of them are true. I never actually played this classic PS1 RPG, and therefore I'm desperate to play this on modern consoles. I think this deserves a remaster or even a remake, because more people should be able to play this without having to own a PS1 or a PSP for the War of the Lions release of it. From what I know of the game, the strategy gameplay is top notch, the job system addicting and the story captivating. So that's why FF Tactics is often considered to be the best strategy RPG ever made. Now imagine this would either look like Tactics Ogre Reborn, which is a graphical style that is more like the original but refined, or look like these 2D HD style games like Octopath or Triangle Strategy. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I can't even decide which of these styles I would prefer, so I ask you guys, which style would you prefer for a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster or remake? Tell me in the comments. I miss these games so much, and it's so sad they are stuck on the PS2. The first 4 games of the .hack series are about an online game and why certain events in the game are affecting people in the real world. So the protagonist's task is to find out why his best friend fell into a coma after he was attacked by a mysterious enemy. The story is told over the course of 4 games, and I remember it to be incredibly thrilling with lots of mysteries and dark moments. The combat would honestly not stand the test of time, since it's a bit stiff and you have to access the menu way too often. But that's something I would love to see the developers improve on. It just needs to be a little more dynamic with a few more button shortcuts to avoid endless menu navigation. But then, oh, the rest of the game is just phenomenal, and I would love to see more people being introduced to that underrated PS2 RPG series. So Bandai Namco, come on, you already remastered the GU trilogy. It's time to give the first 4 games the love they deserve. I know this is a no-brainer since we already got First Departure on the PS4. And in Japan there already is a remastered version of Second Story available for the PS4. So Square Enix, why not bring it to the West? For many this is the best entry in the series. And I think Star Ocean 2 didn't get the attention it deserves when it originally came out. It has a great cast of characters, an incredibly well-written story, and really fun action combat. Also, Star Ocean combines medieval settings with a sci-fi setting beautifully, and seeing the characters from different worlds interact with each other is always a pleasure. I actually think Star Ocean 2 deserves more than just a remaster on the PS4. I think if there's one game in the series that deserves a proper remake, it's this game. Imagine experiencing that awesome story with these memorable characters and graphics like Star Ocean 6, or even better. That'll be incredible. The developers already proved that they can create an amazing combat system, so that's something they should improve on, to make it more dynamic, action-focused, and therefore modern and exciting. What do you think? Do you think Star Ocean 2 should get a remake on modern consoles? Tell me in the comments. The last entry on my list are the 2 Shadow Hearts games. These games are criminally underrated, and after all these years they are still stuck on the PS2. What a shame. For those of you who don't know the series, Shadow Hearts takes place during an alternative version of the First World War. The player follows Yuri, a human that can transform into different demons. The story is mature, both games have a dark tone, and overall these games have just a unique aesthetic and that is really engaging. What's really special about Shadow Hearts is the turn-based combat system, where selected actions are performed by hitting the right spots on the Judgment Ring. So why does this deserve a remaster or remake? I think the gameplay, characters and world are so unique and interesting that it would still have an audience today. Many missed these games when they originally came out. I think a remaster would be more than enough for Shadow Hearts. Improved visuals and some quality of life features like an option for the encounter rate would be the only thing these games need to be still incredibly fun today. The Shadow Hearts games have a passionate fanbase that will love to see a comeback of that series. And JRPG enthusiasts that haven't had the chance to play this yet should really give it a try. This series is a gem. I have plenty more games on my list that will all deserve a remaster or remake, so be sure to subscribe since I will make a little series out of this. Tell me in the comments, what are some games that you would love to see being remastered or remade? I can't wait to read your picks. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.